Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Dylan and the Details. Today I thought I'd take a break from the reality checks and talk about a game I've played since I was just a child. Now, this may actually be my very first game I ever played. The original Crash Bandicoot is timeless and really just stands as a testament to what platformers can become. Now, at the time when I played Crash Bandicoot, I didn't realize that years down the road, I'd be playing the same game again and again and again. I probably wasn't thinking anything at the time. I was a dumb little kid, because kids are dumb. Now, as someone who's pretty much played the shit out of these games since a child, I have to say, I have not grown tired of these games. You would think doing the same thing over and over would eventually wear on me, but it doesn't. I really still feel like this is one of those games that I can just pick up and play at any point. As a seasoned video gamer, these games still give me trouble to this day. Completing them flawlessly can be one of the most intense experiences I can have as a video gamer. Now, when it comes to platformers, I'm not really all that into the genre. I pretty much only play Crash Bandicoot as a platformer. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head that I genuinely distribute time to. I can say, without a doubt, that the original Crash Bandicoot is a title deserving of a long-lasting legacy. Now, I am aware of Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. And although you would think I'd be excited for this title, I am not. And here's why. The levels seem very expansive, and that's not a bad thing. I enjoy when games try to step things up and not do the same thing over and over again. But the formula of Crash worked so well in the first three titles that I really don't see any point in either making a new game or expanding those levels. Because here's the thing, folks. The levels back in the day had quite a flow. An incredible flow that it's really what the game was all about. You had to maintain your cool to complete this level. When I first heard about Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, I was very excited. To hear there's another Crash Bandicoot game coming out, it made me feel like there's something to be excited for, but honestly, from what I've seen, I don't really feel the excitement they probably intended. The levels back in the day had a certain flow to them that made sense. And the flow to the levels in the new Crash Bandicoot just seems off. It no longer seems like a difficult platformer that you're trying to traverse in a way that makes sense. It seems more like an on-rails Sonic the Hedgehog game. Perhaps like Sonic 06, but that's an entirely different story. It just seems like it's more on rails than it's ever been, and that kind of thing doesn't impress me. It doesn't appear that it's going to be as difficult as the original games were, the original trilogy, that is. And although it's fine to make a game easier for a generation of people who can't play these old, hard games, I get it. But I am someone who grew up with this experience. Being one of my first games ever, I truly do not see any point in expanding an experience that's already there. Why change something if it works so well? Why make these big, expansive levels when what you had was already fantastic? I'm not sure. I am excited to see some of these characters again and play as Neo Cortex, but I honestly cannot say that I'll be picking up Crash Bandicoot 4 day one. Because, like I said, the flow to the old games really was there, and although I do want more from the Crash Bandicoot experience, I am willing to just let that go. Because what we had was so perfect. This is almost a perfect trilogy As far as Crash Bandicoot 1 goes, I'd say it's pretty much top tier when it comes to gaming. And just to bring it back, because of the success of Vicarious Visions on remaking the trilogy, I can't say that I'm going to be there day one. I have to see some more. Maybe if I play it and get a hands-on experience, I'll think differently. But right now, it just seems like a needless expansion.